What's up, everybody? This is Edward back with another video. I haven't done an upload in a little bit, and I really need to get back to doing uploads. I really need to do the vibe of doing uploads and maybe putting some background music, enhance the quality of these damn videos, as well as other stuff. But anyway, so you see the title. I don't know what I'm gonna title this yet, but it's gonna be mainly about struggle love versus the crazy fruit. Struggle love, the recipe is struggle love versus crazy pussy. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of times, and I'm probably gonna start doing this because this is a good way for me to head off haters, is I'm gonna start doing like male and female equivalent. So if I say something about females, I'm gonna give the male equivalent. Not because I give a fuck about what women think, not because I give a fuck about what simps think, because I want people to understand that when I say you are accountable to what you do, there is a balance there, and by me showing you the male equivalent to the female shit that I'm talking about, it makes it much harder to just say, well, men do it too, and it heads off a lot of the bullshit, because I'm giving you the male equivalent. I'm giving you where if a dude did it this way, from a male standpoint, this is where the dude would be fucked up, and this is why they would be accountable to their outcomes. This is the first video that's going to be an experiment to that. Let's dive right in. Actually, before I do that, at the time of me uploading this video, a lot of you all were asking me about that video I keep referencing with Jason Black when he was basically talking about aging out of the dating market. He just now uploaded the video, so that's going to be in the community section. So if you're looking at this, it'll be in the community tab. It'll be in the description tab. Definitely go check it out, like it. You'll like what you see, and subscribe to that channel. Because if those of you all like Jason Black and how he kicks his information, but y'all don't really like talk about white supremacy all the time, if you're somebody that's like SYSBM or Igmore, and especially SYSBM, where they don't really like people using white supremacy because that's a precursor to the pro-blacks, trying to tell you to do something, this is definitely a good channel for you to check out, because he really doesn't bring up white supremacy there at all on that channel. He's just kicking game, kicking information. And he goes both ways when it comes to that. So with that being said, let's dive right in. So, the crazy fruit versus struggle love. What is the recipe? Here's the deal. If a man, I've said this once again, I've said this before. If a man says this chick is crazy, but the sex is good though, at that point, or the sex is good though, but this chick is crazy, at that point, you have accepted the consequences that come along with what you want as far as pussy. You've accepted it. And the reality of the situation is you can get mad, you can get upset, you can say it's not right, it's not fair, it's bullshit. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say. I understand that. But you have accepted those consequences based on taking that risk. That is an acceptable risk for the sex that you're getting. And I don't hope anything happens to you. Maybe you'll luck out. But at the end of the day, and I'm not saying that the woman is right to basically do whatever she does, but you know what you're getting into. So this is not to say a woman doesn't have consequences to what the fuck they do. Of course they do. That being said though, this idea that you don't know, or you're not culpable to what you can control, is bullshit. You've already made a decision that I'm willing to play Russian roulette with this pussy because this pussy is so good and this shit is crazy. That is what it is. Maybe nothing happened. Maybe you'll wind up on some Final Destination. I forget that fucking white movie that's on Lifetime where the bitch broke the white dude's ankles. You run that risk, whether you believe you're doing it or not. I'm gonna start calling that shit the law of Darwinism, the law of the jungle, because too many times black people like to make it seem like it's all your fault or all my fault. They don't accept the accountability that they have to put themselves in a situation that is risky. And this is not to say that you should be like a porch monkey. Those porch monkeys are people that never leave the porch. This is the hood term in the porch because, they have social skills, whatever. This is what motherfuckers try to call people that are incels or lames. This is what that was back in the day because their parents wouldn't let them do shit. I'm not saying you should be that, but what I am saying is you are accountable whether you are aware of or not of the shit that you're doing, because that's just the world we live in. People will often say ignorance of the law is no excuse. You know, when they ain't got nothing else to fucking say. At the end of the day, that's the same thing. Ignorance to the rules and the laws of the jungle, or Darwinism, which is the strongest will survive, is no fucking excuse. It will eat your ass up anyway. So why do I say this? Because in reverse, when you look at struggle love, I've already talked about the male side. And by the way, you don't have men. Men will say that's fucked up, but they'll also say you knew that bitch was crazy though. That's what they'll say. They won't say, oh, you're okay. It's not like, they won't basically circle the wagons and just say the bitch is wrong. Of course the bitch is wrong. That goes without saying. She's a stupid bitch. She's a crazy bitch. But at the same time, you knew what you was fucking with. It's different if you had no idea what you were fucking with. Then you still can be held accountable to the signs that you on purpose missed. When you think about simping, whether you know you're simping or not, or don't really know you're simping because you were raised that way, you're still flag on the play for simping. You don't get a pass for ignorance when it comes to simping. It's the same thing in this situation. Now let's flip it. And let's talk about the struggle love, aka the Bonnie and Clyde love. You always see women, and particularly urban women, because it's not just black women, it's more, and shout out to Mr. Research, I love that urban women thing, because he makes it more of an ideology than necessarily of a race, even though it is indicative of black women in urban environments. And then you got other women that are emulating that and then, you know, doing the same shit. They will talk about Bonnie and Clyde. They love the Bonnie and Clyde song with Beyonce. They love the idea of being the down ass bitch. A lot of these chicks. They love, I'm down for you no matter what. You have to understand what anchors that shit. A female is not gonna be down for a bitch that they find is lame or they find is boring. So they are making a decision here. They're basically saying, I would rather deal with somebody that I gotta struggle with and then offer the potential card, because that potential card is that hope shit they tell themselves to say, we're struggling now, but he has potential, which is code for he could change for me. This is why women always feel so fucking betrayed when they get cheated on and they get played, because they think they invested in this dude just by being there. So they feel like you owe them something. This is the shit that they create in their head. So when you look at what the recipe for struggle love is, the reality is basically one element of it, and I'm spitfiring here, so this is something that I'll evolve in much more of a consistent thing. But one thing that you have is you have a fucking naive female, a dumb bitch, if you will. Then you have prioritizing dick currency over economic currency. Ain't no bitch being a struggle love. Ain't no bitch doing struggle love for a nigga that they think is lame or a nigga that's not sexually exciting them. Let's cut the bullshit. It doesn't matter what he produces. It doesn't matter that part. You're choosing, I call it, there's dick currency and there's economic currency or security currency. You are choosing dick currency over that. You're making a clear prioritization of that at the expense of doing that. By the way, I'm going to put, there's a video that Jason Black has of women talking about money doesn't matter. To be fair, he has a video in there that's saying money is the only thing that matters. But this video is of women that are multiple different age groups, like from 37 all the way to 50. Like it's 3 women talking about how money doesn't matter and there's other things that matter towards masculinity. Those are people that are anchored based on the low vibrational version of what masculinity is. And you have to understand that a part of the recipe is this ideology that men, the only thing that men are really good for is sex. It's not really labor, it's really sex. And this is why, even though all women operate on a 80% or chasing 20% of the dudes, it's basically highlighted and a lot more within our community. Because it's hyper, because we're dealing with a gynocracy. So a gynocracy is going to want sexual, they're going to want sperm. So they look at people like sperm donors. They don't look at it as in creating a family. They look at it as, I need to get that sperm from you, so that's all I really need from you. So they look at you from a sexual market-based value. It's like picking fruit. You're picking your fruit how it looks on the surface level. It is what it is. So when you see people when motherfuckers are talking about the struggle of, I remember I've heard Paris talk about this and Chrissy talk about this. They will tell you, I'm done with struggle love. No, you fuck dusty niggas because they made your pussy wet. And now you're upset because now you realize that the investment that you made, you wasted a lot of fucking time. And to shout out, and to be fair to Chrissy has always tried to say that she never dates dusty dudes. Even though she dated the same motherfucker on and off for 10 years, when that dude did offer to marry her, these are her words, she didn't want to marry him because she said he's a narcissist. But you were attracted to a narcissist for 10 years, but whatever. Fuck whatever the fuck ever. And then you justify dealing with dudes that are more producers with, well, they're going to do the same thing the D-boys do. Because she did date D-boys. Okay. Then Paris wants to talk about, well, what black women are tired of struggle love. Black women choose struggle love. I did a video about this before. Black women, and in fact, I may post that in the description if I can find it. Because, I title my videos stupid. Black women choose struggle love because they prioritize dick currency over everything else. Obviously, women want to be sexually excited. I have no problem with that. But at the same time, it's a balance. If you look at it like a pie chart, sex ain't supposed to be 80%. If sex is 80%, then clearly other things are lacking. So when you all talk about you're not fulfilled, this ain't happening, why are you losing? It's because you're clearly making decisions. And rather than being an adult and acknowledging that to make the changes, because you can't make the change until you acknowledge the mistake, you just sit there and you say it's black men's fault, it's the men I'm choosing, it's society's fault, it's how I was raised, it's my mom, it's everything but who is in the bitch in the fucking mirror. But it's everybody but that. And then you wonder why if nothing changes, nothing fucking changes. So anyway, I don't want to make this video too long. This is kind of like a precursor to maybe something that's more substantial. I may make an article about this a little bit soon. This may be one of the first series, maybe second series of articles that I do. What do you all think? Let me know if I'm onto something, if I'm full of shit. If you think I'm full of shit, tell me why I'm full of shit. I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers talking about, well, you sound retarded, you sound crazy, which is only a couple of them, but they never can say why. They can never point to why what I'm saying is wrong. They can just say it's wrong, which is telling me you're just trolling and you're just emotionally upset. And I'm talking about the dudes. Come on now. So with that being said, be looking out for the website. It's classicmensmag.com. That is classicmensmag.com. It may look fucked up if you go there now at the time of me uploading this video, but it's about to be organized. It's about to be lit. We are about to plant a flag. We are about to focus on black excellence. We're going to minimize the nigga shit, but we are going to have fun. We're going to do our stuff by talking about different topics. And so stuff that we're going to go in on is like stuff like sports and stuff like that. It's going to be a network. It's going to be off the chains. And we definitely look for your support. It's me, it's MOT, it's a couple other people. To support us is to support a lot of people in the manosphere. We are going to be, in fact, I'm going to make a list talking about some things that I'm looking to do, so you all actually have an understanding as to where your money is going and what it's doing. Yeah, I am going to ask donations because this is a little bit different than my own personal shit. And by the way, we're not pulling, for time being, we're not going to be pulling money out. Everything that's donated will be going specifically to the shit. And by the way, whether you donate or not, we're going to spend the money on we're going to invest our own money because that's how much I care about this. And it's time to have fun. It's really time to, and by the way, I'm going to, I want to, obviously, I just want to say this because I want this to be very clear. This is not a competition. There is no either or here. We need more of. So I just want to take a quick little thing to acknowledge, O'Shea took a risk when he put the money out to, yeah, and I just want to acknowledge that he took a risk. And for what I don't know exactly how much money he put out there, but I do know it wasn't some fucking throwaway money. It was some potential tuition money. And he's one of the one he's not the first one to try to put out he acknowledged he took a risk. And even though there was a website that was done before, Shout out to SWP and all of them. I mean, it wasn't what, O'Shea did. I mean, I'm not playing nobody. I'm just saying what the fuck it is. So with that being said, this is not me feeling like I gotta say some shit, but this is the type of person I am. This is not, the site that I'm doing is not really meant. O'Shea's site, for the most part, is more of a social commentary site. There's a lot of op-ed articles, opinion editorials, and stuff that, will game you up. My site is going to have some of that, but it's going to be a lot more geared towards really disseminating information, but it's really designed to game you up. It's designed to be a lot more actionable. It's going to be like how to do this, top 10 things here, stuff like that. And look, I don't read every article from the Negro Manosphere. I'm not going to act like I do. None of us do. Shout out to Marcus and another book of niggas ain't going to read. But this is something that's designed to basically, give another aspect of it the way we want to do it. That's it. So there is no, oh, well, this is something that could take the place of. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. This is an it's like an expansion team. That's basically what it is. And we're going to definitely do it the way, we want to do it, because again, it's our shit and we're building it. But at the end of the day, man, I don't want to hear no motherfuckers always get this hyper bullshit when it comes to the manosphere. Oh, motherfuckers are splitting up and blah, 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 blah. And yada, yada. I don't want to hear none of that stupid shit. Because a lot of y'all really, are out here to instigate shit. A lot of y'all are out here to really, y'all want to do this high school bullshit where y'all want to see drama like females. And that's why y'all like a lot of these chicks that are around, because that's who they are, even though they don't know that's who they are. So with that being said, check it out. It's going to be an Instagram page, a Facebook page. I expect engagement. I'm going to give content that's going to procure engagement. It's going to be some stuff. And what I'll probably do is do a video that'll kind of give what we're trying to do, what we're trying to go. A lot of what we're trying to do is set it up so it can really launch at the beginning of the year. So the momentum will already be there. So it's going to be Facebook page, Instagram page, even Pinterest page. It's going to be a lot of really good stuff. And this is going to be something, it's going to be good. So with that being said, look out for that. And I know I've been talking about that like all year, but now stuff is finally about to start launching. And that's just the first part. There's some stuff that I really want to do that is going to be, it's going to change. It's going to put the manosphere on the map for entire YouTube. I really believe it's going to do that. It's going to really give us the ability to really do some really cool shit. So anyway, with that being said, make sure you like, share, subscribe if you're new. And I'll actually post a link to the actual Classic Men Mag channel as well. Because if you're subscribed to me, you need to be subscribed to that. And by the way, if you're a female that you listen to me, I would actually encourage you more to subscribe to that channel. Because that channel is not going to be as hardcore as what my stuff is when it comes to black women. It's more going to be more, a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about are like universal shit. It's shit that applies to men, but it can apply to women too if you really take on it. So, yeah, that being said, this is Edward signing off. Peace.